Hello there! Thank you for clicking on my video, welcome! This week I'm going to do something kinda experimental. I'm going to swap my screen time to the reading time. And I can say that I have a lot of problems with my screen time. Now I don't think I use my phone too much, but well, sometimes I have cravings for stupid videos on the internet, and I spend there 3 hours straight watching those videos. Yes, that happens sometimes. But this week is actually a little bit different. I'm visiting my home country, my hometown. I will have some meetings with friends and will spend time with my family. And at the same time, I have a days off at my work, which means I might have a lot of free time, where I might not have any free time at all. I'm not sure, because my plans are very vague. Not very, but a little bit vague at this point. So I decided to make this video. And the goal of this video is not to spend a certain amount of time reading. No, because I might don't have that amount of hours in a day because of the meetings, not because of my phone. And that's good, that's alright. Now, the goal of this video is to read whenever I have a spare minute or spare hour or day, not sure, instead of pointlessly scrolling Reddit and watching stupid videos on the internet. Yes, that's the goal. But for some reference, I'm going to check my screen time for the previous week to have some understanding. It seems like I have 2 hours 30 minutes in average, which is not so bad actually. That's not a lot. Anyway, as I said, this week might be very different, and I don't want to waste it for scrolling. Alright, let's go! I'm still here. What a surprise. Okay, today I have a couple of spare hours in the morning before my meeting with friends, and maybe some time in the evening, but I'm not sure about that. Anyways, I'm going to start reading, and I'm going to start with Silvia Nitrate by Silvia Moreno-Garcia. This book, as I remember, this book is about secret cults and mystery film recordings and something like that. I am not sure, I don't remember already. But anyway, I'm going to read and I will know. Let's go. I'm back. I managed to read for 1 hour and 6 minutes. That is not bad, especially taking into account that I'm leaving now and I will not scroll my phone, at least. But what are my thoughts about the book? I've started. There were only some introduction of our characters. The main character, we have a man and a woman. This woman works as a sound editor, and she's a girly in the man world, something like that. Basically, now she's struggling and she needs money, and she is burning out. At least she said that she's not, but she is. And the man, he's an actor. He also has a problem because they are nearly 40 years old, and well, he's not so young anymore, and he had a car accident and some problem with his women. Yes, and they met. The old school horror movie director who they really liked. They were fan of this director in their childhood, and they met him. And I think, if I remember correctly, the description, he is gonna to tell them some mystery story about these cults and everything, but that didn't happen for now. And my problem, the only problem with this book for now, it sounds interesting. Look at this small typing. These letters are so tiny that is a little bit hard to read. It's not very painful, at least not now because I'm well rested and it's the morning, but in the evening that might be hard to read. Maybe I'll switch to something else. I don't know. That's not a very big deal, but a little bit frustrating. So yeah, and I guess we will see each other more likely tomorrow, maybe this evening, but more likely tomorrow. Second day. I've been reading for 1 hour and 5 minutes. I see a consistency here. The thing is, today I had much more time for reading than yesterday, but for some reason I read for this amount of time. Yes, I watched one YouTube video, but I consider it, well, it was half educational, not only entertainment, so I consider it not a wasting of time. And what's more, it took me only 40 minutes, it's not so long. But funniest thing here is, for some amount of time, I was just lying down on the sofa, actually I'm on this sofa, and staring at the ceiling. But is it better than scrolling Instagram? I think it is. I thought about something. Maybe I will create new ways to make a business or something. Something will come out of it, hopefully. But anyway, I read 100 pages of the book. Yes, in 3 hours. I'm a slow reader, and also, as I told you already, the letters are very tiny. I think that's why it's moving so slowly. And actually, to be honest, I'm not very invested to this story. I couldn't say that it's very bad. No, it is not. It is just okay. For now, this director who our main characters met, he told them a story about the unfinished movie that is not actually a movie, but more a spell to heal the guy, one strange guy, but they didn't finish this movie because of different reasons. And now everyone who worked for this movie is cursed, and almost all of them are dead. But not the director, he's just very unlucky, and he thinks that they have to finish this movie to save him, to release this curse. And that's what they're gonna do. And something will happen. I think because of that, because they started, maybe they will be cursed. All of them will be cursed. I don't know, but it is. I couldn't say that it's bad. It's exciting. There are a lot of insights to movie creation industry. That is actually fascinating. But at the same time, I'm not as I said, very invested to this story. It's just okay. And that's the third reason why it's moving so slowly. And I also, again, will have time to read in the evening a little bit. So maybe I will do that. So yeah, see you next day. One more day. And this is already day 3. I guess it is Wednesday. But yesterday, not everything, but some things related to reading went wrongly. But well, we'll see how it influences my overall screen and reading time at the end of the week. But yesterday I screwed up everything because I'm not very smart. That is not the point. Today I have a time to read. I still have a little bit of time now before I need to go. And I will also have, I hope, some time in the train, because I'm gonna take a train to go to my friend. I'm moving through this book. I still not even in half. And I think it's mostly because the book is still, well, okay. There are some mystery and esoteric stuff started to happen. But I couldn't say this is very exciting. So like, okay, he sees his dead girlfriend. That said, I'm very sorry for him, but I don't really care how he will solve this situation. So yeah, I don't know. That is update for today. Before my living, I read for 46 hours. No, that would be insane. I read for 46 minutes, and I broke my wonderful pattern to read about 1 hour and 5-6 minutes. But alright, that's not a big deal. I'm gonna go, and I think we'll see each other again in the next day. Today I've read for 10 minutes. Boom, done. Okay, I haven't recorded anything for Friday and Saturday because those days were a little hectic. No, well, very hectic for me. But anyway, today is the last day and I will retail you everything. First of all, I read for 1 hour and 48 minutes on Friday and I finished the book. And I very didn't like it. You know, usually murder makes everything more interesting, except birthday parties and this book. In short, the book is about a very unpleasant woman who, throughout all the book, is surprised that nobody likes her in the company and wants to fire her. I mean, there is nothing bad if you want to just go to work, do your job, grab your paycheck and go home. But I do care when the same attitude is not shared by everyone in the company. When one person is out of place, that's bad for him and for everyone around. But that's just my opinion. And all the spiritual stuff, because, you know, as I said, this book is about cults and the Nazis and something strange. So this spiritual stuff is just boring and a little bit funny, because it felt not like a real mystery, but more like a very crazy conspiracy theory. And I'm just disappointed. Okay, on Saturday, I read for about 2 hours and 32 minutes. And honestly, I thought I would read more. But because it was my last day in the country with my family, with my friends, I had literally zero time to read before I was left alone in the airport. And it was already around 11 p.m. at that time. But I put all the time I read during my flights to this day, to the day 6, even though technically day 7 had already started. And I started a little bit. This is All Fours by Miranda July. It says about the woman who decided to drive across the country, but something goes not like she planned it. I haven't read even the half of the book yet. And for now, I have a very mixed feelings, and my main emotion is confusion, because this book is strange and not what I expected, honestly. It's alright. I'm actually tired because of half sleepless nights during my flights, but at the same time I don't want to screw up my schedule because tomorrow I need to go to work. So I guess let's read. I don't like this book either. What am I gonna do? It's been a while. Not a big while though, but I think the week since I finished my challenge. And I guess now it's time to look back at what happened during that week, what conclusions I can draw, and so on and so forth. As I mentioned before, this week was... that week was very different from my usual routine, from my usual week. In fact, I had way less time to read than I expected. At the same time, I should have spent less time scrolling as well, I guess. But honestly, I'm not sure I did. Anyway, let's look at the numbers. On Monday, I read for 2 hours and 18 minutes. And my screen time was only 1 hour and 43 minutes, which is pretty cool, actually. Most of the time was spent on Telegram, which isn't too bad, since I mainly use it to chat with my friends, and I do not scroll there through stupid pictures or videos. So, I will count it as a win. On Tuesday, I read for 1 hour and 43 minutes, but my screen time jumped to 3 hours and 15 minutes. But I can explain that it is actually a little bit funny, because I was supposed to take a train to visit my friends and use the time to read, and ideally it should have been 2 hours of reading, but I messed up with the timing. Like really messed up with the timing, so I took a taxi, and in the taxi I couldn't able to read because of nausea and everything, so I just listened to music. Nothing criminal. But on my way back, it was later already, so I took another taxi again. The problem is that taxi driver was really willing to talk to me. He was very chatty, and I didn't feel like that. So I should pretend that I'm very busy in my phone. So I was sitting like that, And I just scroll through stupid pictures or something because I wasn't able to read on the phone either, even some posts and jokes and anything. So that was a pretty awkward situation, and my screen time jumped up because of that. But I did nothing in my phone during that time. Nothing useful, nothing useless. Stupid situation. That happened to me a lot, but whatever. Let's move on. On Wednesday, next day is a Wednesday, I read for 1 hour and 7 minutes, and my screen time was 2 hours and 29 minutes. For some reason, I once again spent over an hour on Messenger, but considering I was visiting my friends all the week, I guess it's not surprising very much. Boring day. No stupid situation. Thursday, I only read for 10 minutes, so yeah, that day. And my screen time was 2 hours and 18 minutes. Mostly spent in Messenger again. I don't usually spend this much time messaging people, that is funny. But to be fair, that day it was very busy for me, and it was also my birthday, so I can do whatever I want on my birthday, right? Right. On Friday, I read for 1 hour and 48 minutes, and my screen time was 2 hours and 9 minutes. Not bad. And once again, most of the time was spent messaging people I was supposed to meet. Again. On Saturday, I read for 2 hours and 32 minutes. My best result this week, and my screen time was 2 hours and 33 minutes. So it's pretty much even, and most of it was spent in Messenger. Again, texting people because I was leaving that day and I needed to stay in touch with them while being at the airport. Not surprising. Sunday was actually a funny day. I only read for 45 minutes, but my total screen time was just 51 minutes. Which means, I guess, that I basically slept through all the day after a sleepless night in the airport and aircrafts. Great. So my average screen time for the week was 2 hours and 11 minutes, which is slightly lower than my previous average. Honestly, I'm really grateful to this challenge because I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have read anything this week without it. Unfortunately, my book choices were kind of questionable, and I would have preferred to like at least one of them. But I guess it's just life, it's normal, we don't always get what we want. I think that's it. That's it for this video. I'm considering doing this challenge one more time, but during my more or less typical week, just to compare. Let me know in the comments what's your screen time and reading time. Do you even care about this? What have you been up to recently? What other challenges should I try? Stay safe, good luck, happy reading, and see you next time. Bye!